Now, Kenya planted 481 million trees in 2024, says CS Duale. Kenya elected member of Human Rights Council for 3 years, and Hezbollah fires dozens more rockets into Israel. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's now 34 minutes past 7. Welcome. My name is Abubakar Juma. Environment CES Aden Duale has revealed that Kenyans have planted 481 million trees from January 2024, underscoring their concerted efforts in mitigating the effects of climate change. Speaking in Arboretum, CS Duale lauded the public for taking part in the government's initiative of planting 15 billion trees by 2032. The strategy aims at reducing greenhouse emissions that remains in the atmosphere for hundreds of years and thus affecting present and future generations. Duale also delved into the Nairobi River menace, reiterating the government's promise to clean up the river within 18 months. To effect this, the CS said that he would gazette a color coding mechanism for waste found in one's home to separate recyclable and non-recyclable waste. The government renamed the Utamaduni Day to Mazingira Day in April 2024 after President William Ruto signed the status law Miscellaneous Amendment Bill 2024. The National Environment Management Authority (NEMA) has issued a positive progress report in addressing river pollution. In a statement, NEMA indicated that its officials had identified 145 companies responsible for polluting the water bodies in the country. According to the authority, the mapped out companies have derailed the country's effort in protecting the environment and tackling climate change. Now, the rivers are often a stew of plastics, detergent, disinfectants, chemical residue, and petroleum byproducts. This material pose a danger to most people who utilize water from the rivers of their domestic use. Now, this pollutant also seep through the soil and contaminate aquifers. Now, to address the issues, NEMA has given an ultimatum to each of the 145 companies to clean the rivers polluted by their products. Moving on, Kenya has been elected as a member of the United Nations Human Rights Council for a 3-year term beginning 1st January 2025. The Human Rights Council is an intergovernmental body within the United Nations system made up of 47 states responsible for the promotion and protection of all human rights around the globe. It has the ability to discuss all thematic human rights issues and situations that require its attention throughout the year. It meets at the United Nations office at Geneva. States elected to the HRC are supposed to demonstrate their commitment to the highest standard of human rights, including their full cooperation with all UN mechanisms. These are the conditions set forth in UN General Assembly Resolution 6251. Since 2008, the HRC has referred to states' responsibility to protect their population in at least 80 thematic and countries' resolution.
Ikra News.
To international news, where Kenya's signal troops in Goma, Democratic Republic of Congo (DRC), have received a prestigious medal for their exceptional and dedicated service. The soldiers have been conferred with UN service medals to recognize their dedicated service in restoring peace and protecting civilians in DRC. The Kenya Defence Forces KDF soldiers were celebrated in an event presided over by Brigadier General Ranjan Mahajan, acting force commander of the United Nations Organization Stabilization Mission in the DRC, on Wednesday, October 9th, 2024. Speaking at the awarding ceremony, Brigadier Mahajan heaped praises on the soldiers for their communication expertise, highlighting the consistent report of excellence performance since their deployment. Now, the brigadier attributed the mission success to the ability of Kenyan soldiers to morph and adapt new communications technology. In the last few hours, Hezbollah has been firing more rockets into northern Israel. The Israel army says it detected 40 projectiles, which are generally rockets or missiles fired from Lebanon into the upper Galilee area. Now, some were anticipated by Israel's missile defense system, but others fell into the area. Hezbollah confirmed it fired rockets at Israeli soldiers in the Mayan Baruch and in Beit Hillel, both close to the Lebanon border. It also says it has fired more rockets at Kiryat Shimona, where yesterday two Israeli civilians were killed. This is as US President Joe Biden and Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu held a much anticipated 30 minutes phone believed to be their first contact since August, which included discussion on Israel's intended retaliation to Iran's missile strike last week. Now, the White House did prescribe the dialogue as direct and productive and said Biden and Netanyahu had agreed to stay in close contact in coming days. Vice President Kamala Harris also joined the call. 39 minutes past 7 is how we wrap up our 7:30 p.m. bulletin. My name is Abubakar Juma. Do stay tuned. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.